Dude, look like Aaron Hernandez. Oops. I So y'all doing today? Some things y'all do every day. Watch me. Oh yeah. What was I gonna stop? Oh, I ain't gonna talk about that. Oh, that's right. I can smoke it now. See, I got one phone that, you know, it's like broke where I can't see it usually. Matter of fact, it's like some epileptics. Oh well, it's working today. But usually it's like green and flashing like with some like epileptic hazard. uh, all the time. But here lately, it's been doing something else. But so usually I can't like if I go live on it, like I couldn't see where like um you could go for everybody or it could just for adults. You know? So usually I just hit the one for everybody. You know, and but yeah. So I forget I could smoke on this one. I guess it would. I think I don't know if it really matters. They don't like me either way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, does it matter really? But no, I can't really say I'm like really into dating. I like being by myself. To be real truthful about it, I don't think I've ever really been really been on a date. I don't. I mean, like unless until after I was already dating them, but I don't think I ever been on like a date, like a first date, like that kind of thing, like a date to meet people. There we go. Never done none of that. Sorry, a little awkward on that part. So I do like being by myself. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. There be times, we all got times, right? We all got times. But I'm just like, yeah. No, I ain't trends around dating. Matter of fact, I don't think I've even talked to anybody in a couple years. 3 years. Like, you know, like I was talking to probably some robots or some scammers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd just be cordial with people. Hey, how you doing? Da da da. And then until they would hit me, like it was like it was all I was always kind of. As a matter of fact, it was I was always looking for a certain something because they all did the same thing. They just did it at different times. And I would just let things play out until they did that, and then I know what I was dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Uh, yeah. So no, I don't talk to people. I don't talk to anybody to be honest about it. I don't think I've actually talked to really anybody. Period. And I mean, like other than like a doctor's making a doctor's appointment or having to deal with getting my medicine because every month it's always like some ordeal, you know, that causes like to have to wait for it or something, like that kind of thing. But other than that, I don't think I've talked to anybody except you know. Matter of fact, the only people I have talked to would have been my kids. Yeah, like my mom, my sister. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I don't think I've mentioned a word of anything to anybody besides y'all. And of course, but this is just therapy with myself. You know what I'm saying? That's what I should call it. Therapy with myself. Copyright. As is all my stuff is copyright. Hmm. I'm trying to make myself exercise. It's still kind of early. Why not? I wanted to get out of the way before it got too hot. Show no? Oh yeah, yeah. I guess doing something. What that is, I don't know. But yeah, I'm just so used to smoking off screen now. It's just kind of. I'll just keep it as a habit. I guess it's a good thing. Try to do it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but yeah. So much has happened. Uh, it's like even that's so much has happened. Even if like every day can be the most boring shit in the world, but like it's always something fascinating happening in my life. Weird things always happen. It's just I don't know. A lot of weird things happen. A lot of craziness happen. Uh, it used to be wild. They say. They say. I don't say I was wild, but you know what I'm saying. I think we all have wild streaks. Maybe, maybe not. But I imagine most would still say I'm wild. But it's just, why they say that. It's just because I'm different than them, and I just do things my own way. Mm. And my way ain't everybody's way, and it might be a little wild looking, but you know, so be it. But I'm no different than any. Only thing is, I've never been a person that could hide anything. You know what I mean? Or like, well, it ain't that I didn't try to hide stuff like. I'm just saying, like, it's like my business has always been out there. Everybody knew my business. Everybody knew whatever. I didn't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like, because and grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. Most people just gossip and stuff. Especially when you're from like a small town where everybody knows your name. It's almost like Cheers, except it's farms or what used to be. But what am I talking about? I don't even. I'm not even there no more around that way. I'm in the magical land of I don't know. I'm somewhere. I'm at this right here at this moment. Where are you? Hmm? Are you where you want to be? I am. I'm right here. Oh, 202 New Orleans. So I don't know if I'm losing any weight or anything. I ain't weighed myself in a while. But I don't look any different. I would say I feel different, but I don't feel no different. I put money on it. I probably gain weight. Cause watch, I'd be like 210 or something like that. You know, when I would be thinking, oh, like 190 or something, but nah, I'm like 210. Like, I've always been around 210 since about ninth grade, since about 99. So all right, I can do this. I can do this. Get on it and go up the mountain. Right? My, how about this? A hot wall. Yeah. You ever have one of them blah days? Blah. Everything. Blah. True. But you know, yes. I'm not gonna say that. Uh, yeah. I'll just leave that myself. I've never seen writing on the bottom of this before. That'd be funny. I think I want to go back to sleep. It's like for real. I think I could lay here for a couple hours and go back to sleep. And that's very rare of me to go back to sleep. Once I'm awake, I'm awake. But that's neither here nor there. Oh, he's so tired. Oh, he's so tired. And what am I trying for? And this is just that right moment. Like, it's like not hot out here, but it's not cool, obviously. That wind blowing, yeah, like right there, probably do sleep. Alright, I might just go to sleep up here. I usually do anyway, or space out. If I fall off this thing, just know I went to sleep. Those were the days. I can't stay up late at night anymore, you know why? I be picking up some weird faces on those little facial recognition thing. I guess y'all got me twisted. watching some of Elon Musk, and he changed to an Asian dude. I was like, oh, see, I guess I could see that. Instead of him being an Asian dude, just getting some kind of plastic surgery. I said, was he like some like Asian orange dealer or something like that? Got kind of surgery hiding over his camera. Whole new identity. Richest man on the planet would be in arms. You know? What makes the biggest money? I mean, over everything, probably arms. If you narrow it down, you pretty much have to be in it. Practically everything you need to build a rocket, you build other things as well. In the same warehouse or whatever, you know, in the same facility. Tell you his name. He's a bald-headed dude, like a long nose, arms like underneath his like, skinnier face. But I see him and I'm like, oh yeah, that's the other. Years ago. But the filters be so good, I mean, and then they layer it. So, like, I don't know, it's hard to see, but easy to see also. I don't know, or if it's just me, or what, you know what I mean? But, like, I see it on every single video. I mean, obviously, I don't watch every video on every platform and stuff like that, but I'm just saying every video I watch is filtered and layered to death. know what y'all should do? Y'all should make a filter for these people that put on the makeup. That way that they don't have to fuck up their face so much by putting makeup on all the time. And you know what I mean? Like, I know it has to be bad for their face, you know? Uh, but where they could just take like their brush, or if it's a certain kind of brush, and if they brush, it automatically like makeups their face for them. Since they do that anyway, most of it's like I mean, it looks like they got makeup and stuff on, but they probably ain't got nothing on. You know what I mean? Like, it's just filters, but or they change like their shape of their face a little bit, stuff like that. You know, but but yeah, like almost like color by the numbers, with the filters. That'd be cool. I mean, it wouldn't be cool as it would say, because I don't really like the filters. You know what I mean? I think they're masks. They're just covering up what people are hiding or who they are. You know what I mean? You think you're watching, probably some of these big like places. I mean, like you think it's this person, but they also got like a little small channel or something like that, or you think it's like this person looks like this, but that's why you pass by stars every day and you do not notice them, because what you see on TV is not reality. They're all filtered. They're all changed to make you, and all these girls, guys too, trying to emulate all these idols, which you shouldn't be doing anyway, but they try to emulate all these idols and try to look like a certain person or a certain style, when in reality, these people that are like they're emulating ain't even like that. Not to say all of them are, but I'm just saying like they don't look like that, you know. And it's kind of um, like false advertising. You know what I'm saying? Like you make all the girls want to be like this, but that's not reality because you don't even really look like that. You know what I mean? And so you have given all these people false hope, and all these like these people, like they're trying to reach this goal, which is like impossible to do. Yeah, it'd be impossible to do, and like then when they can't reach that goal, like they get depressed and they're like really like messes them up. There's a lot of them that like commit suicide or something like that over stuff like that, or being bullied, trying to look like somebody, and then when in reality, the people they're trying to emulate don't even look like that. You know, it's kind of messed up. You know, a lot of bad programming out there, and false. I don't know, false beliefs, like to believe that you have to look like this to get a job, or you have to be like this to do, you know what I mean, or to be like this to be with somebody. No, just be yourself, man. You know, you look perfect just by the way you are, and if somebody don't like it, guess what? There's another person on the planet that will, you know, somewhere. I mean, it might take forever. I don't know. You know, maybe I'm really just not looking. So like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a little different, but I'm saying if you're looking, I'm saying there's somebody. They say there's somebody out there for you. You know what I mean? Like, so either way, um, let me get back on here before I eat. But still, them filters they be playing people, but a lot of people they use them to hide behind like it's kind of funny how like you think it's like somebody from India or something like that, and come to find out, once you get through the filters and stuff like that, it's like a neighbor. You know what I'm saying? It's hilarious. I put money on it. Almost everybody I see on YouTube probably is in my area or surrounding areas, and they go no further than that. Even though they say they're here, they're there, they're across the world, they're different states. No, they're right here in my town. I really don't watch anybody. I just skim through stuff, I guess. Skim, 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 skim. Milk, milk, skim, skim, and cake. Milk, ill, and cake. Ill. get the trimmer. It'd be cool sometimes, I guess, because it's like, just like, up a spine. guess it's turn. actually been pretty cool. Like the last couple of nights, if I really wanted to, I could have put a jacket on. That's really in the middle of the hoodie, I should say. I like jacket. But I misled it. But which would be really it'd be perfect for like a hurricane. And plus, you know, the housing market's struggling. Stuff, you know, things are struggling, car market struggling. You know, a good hurricane to come and wash that stuff away so they have new stuff to build and cars to sell would be very helpful. Weather warfare. How to keep the economy going? Create natural disasters. Yeah. Things burn down, they get hit by tornadoes, hurricanes, stuff like that, flooding. Got plenty of work for everybody. That's how it be. Everybody knows, you know that they were creating the damn thing. Or they create the weather to direct it this way or that way. You know, make it come in for a direct hit or just give it a little space, you know, kind of But couldn't that also be another sign of like artificial like sun? Like if it's super like hot like that in the day and then it gets like super cold. I mean, I'd be like almost like it's a desert. Like it's all just one big desert. Without like cloud seeding or something like that to create rain. Probably be a desert. Sometimes the weather be weird, you know. Or like things happen like with the sun, like start flashing. Or you know, like especially like when it comes up, you know, it's like orange, pinkish. If you look at it, if you like sunbathe, you know, like it'll turn white. Obviously, I'm saying it's white, but I mean like it's kind of orangish when it first starts. But you know, like you're at a point, it'll start like flashing, like it's like really weird, like and then it's like it turns like into like you know what I mean? But it does that also at night, like when the sun's going down, it'll start flashing. There will be a point like if you're watching, it'll start flashing, and it's really weird. Now what does it mean? I don't pay attention to nothing. I realized I haven't watched TV. I ain't even walked by a TV that's been on in months now. It's cool. But I'd never watch TV. But like in the living room, the TV would be on or something like that. So I have to walk by or something. But I don't miss it at all. I've thought about. Well, I really don't. Like I post on like the social media things, but I don't actually really go on them. And yeah, so I was like, I don't like stop going on YouTube. Like, because that's the only thing I do watch. So that is like TV kind of in a way. It's entertaining. But I noticed I really don't watch a whole lot of nothing. You know what I mean? Like I'll skim through it, and that's about it. There's certain channels I watch, or like somebody cutting grass or something. Yeah, like or I don't know, just off the wall things. You know what I mean? I don't watch a lot of nothing. Just thinking about that. I will read some articles. Things like that, or read headlines and stuff. But yeah, for the most part. And I haven't even listened to music for a few weeks for sure. Which I was like, wow, I think about that because I was like, man, let me search some music. Because usually that's the only music I ever listen to if I search it up usually. But yeah, I was like, man, it's been a minute since I listened to music for real. See what this is. Probably nothing, but you never know sometimes. I just got a text from PayPal that says there was not enough in my balance to cover this card, blah blah blah. Purchase. I haven't even used my PayPal in 4 years, 5 years, four. Like, what's up with that? Somebody trying to, cause like my PayPal was like scammed. Like somebody, well, my old PayPal was scammed, and somebody put like a new card, whatever they got in there and changed it all around, and was stuck. So I had to make a new one, and so somebody has my old account. I only or they deleted it or something. I don't know, but my new account, I literally haven't even been on it in years. So I have no clue what that is. That's crazy. I don't know. I'm done, I guess. I'd like to go another long time. Go another couple hours, you know what I'm saying? Do some backstroking. That kind of, I'm off, I'm wet, I'm gonna dry. And then I'll take a shower. Because my balls are sweaty. Mom spaghetti. And I got to wash it. My bad. Yeah, with that cool breeze, man, it's like I feel like I was like, man, is it already getting like autumn, like fall already? Like, is the season already changed? Like, I swear to you, man. Like, I have personally witnessed, like, I don't know what time it is. I don't pay attention to the time too much because I know for a fact that they changed the time. I've seen it change, just like watch the votes being changed. Like, I watched that in real time, and I watched it like where they changed it. Like, they'll change an hour, like overnight, or like 10 minutes or something. Like, literally, y'all know when they do that, like literally, like game, like they're stealing like just billions. Like, because like how much does the world make, like, altogether, in a day or in an hour, in a minute? You know what I mean? Take that number and like minus it from it. You know what I mean? Like, and that's like they're skimming. You know what I mean? You see how they're doing that? It's like, I don't know. I know it's more complicated than that, and I'm like not explaining it perfectly, but that's kind of like the gist of it. You know, um, like they're messing with the time, the digital time. Like, they're messing with it. And not just for me, but like for everyone. Like, they do that for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, and literally skim money off of, I guess, the world banks. You know what I mean? Like, going through them 0 days and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, I can't stop that, especially when you got like people on the inside like releasing them. You know, or now they probably make them where they specifically got places where they leave them there, so they can turn around and sell them and make more money. So they're making money from both sides. You get what I'm saying? You know, and make I guess keeping both sides happy. To someone if doing that, if they're probably at a point where like they would be getting extorted or blackmailed or something like that, so they would have to keep doing it. But it's real. I've seen it happen. Like watched it like instantaneously. Like and it's wild. You know what I mean? It really is because and on that fact, it turns around and makes me look crazy because oh no, 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 because nobody remembers that time that it was, and it's like like, and I'm like sitting here watching it, so I'm like, yeah, I know for a fact that like literally I was just watching the time, and I just literally watched it jumping out, like, and it's not daylight savings time, nothing like that. So like all your phones, everybody's got a phone, right? So they're all coordinated to do it at the same time and throughout all the world or the United States, whatever, you know what I mean? Uh, and like I said, if someone like me just goes up and like says that, like, who am I going to tell? First of all, second of all, when I do say something to somebody, they're just going to be like, "Oh no, he's crazy. Da-da. That don't happen." Because most people can't even think outside the box that would even be possible. But that is very plausible. Okay, and so plausible that it is something that happens. And it's just like some other things, some weird things that's happened to me. It's like, who do I tell? You know, what do I tell? You know what I'm saying? It's like because it's like it can be so weird and so out there. You know, reality's stranger than fiction, and most people think I you know I think it's reverse engineering movies. Most people think that it's opposite. That movies create things. Actually, I think it's reality creates movies, and so it's like reverse engineering. Like they like reverse engineer my life and make a movie out of it. You go on that kind of thing. So, but it's very possible. And but who do you tell what do you tell? Because I mean, just so many some weird things that happened, and I'm like, I know it's happened. This, or I got some kind of proof of it, or something like that of some sort, and or you know, other people were with me when it happened, like, and they seen it too, that kind of thing. It's like, but yeah, like really, who do you tell? Because like, let's just gonna call you crazy, or oh no, you're crazy, you're on drugs, you're this, that, and that. You know what I mean? Like, and then they lock you up and put you in the mental ward for it. But then turns out then they come out and find out it's real later on, years down later. It comes um, unclassified. You know what I mean? But it might take you 30, 50 years, something like that. You get what I'm saying? To get it unclassified kind of thing. But just because you can't conceive it in it, like, you can't think about it in your bird brain box there, uh, don't mean that it ain't real and that it can't happen or that it don't happen. You got to learn to think outside the box and be okay with being uncomfortable with it. Because, you know, some things are like really outlandish and like kind of like freaky and like wow, I don't know. But you got to be okay with being uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like me being without a shirt on here, technically I'm uncomfortable. You know what I mean? I mean I've got kind of used to it a little bit more, but I've never I've never been when I was got burnt when I was a kid. You know, I really wouldn't got the sun. I didn't, and I didn't really like my body anyway. So what I mean, so it just helped enforce me to wear a shirt, and because I didn't want to get sunburned, and I didn't want nobody to see my body. So so it is uncomfortable for me without a shirt, which I know everybody's weird. Oh, you're just I don't know, but okay, great. I don't care. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to tell you that. Yeah. Um. But yeah, but you got to be. I don't know. Some things are uncomfortable to even think about. Even oh man, that can't be true because that don't fit my narrative or that don't fit into my life somehow. So I'm just gonna dismiss it, push it away, call it crazy, and just keep getting fucked. I guess. You know. I mean, if nobody stands up for it and tries to correct any of this mess that we're going through here, what I'm saying. I'm talking about in the world. Period. You know, it's just gonna keep getting worse until there truly is nothing left. In which, really, at this point, there is nothing left already. We are all morally depleted. You know what I mean? It, like I said, it's Sodom and Gomorrah to the 10th power. You get what I mean? It's almost just waiting for the inevitable end to happen. You know what I mean? It's not a matter if, it's when. You know what I'm saying? Just just too much going on in the world, too much wrong in the world for everybody and all these people that are standing up, that are working to try to help do it. There can't be that many people out there really trying to help, trying to stand up for things. If there was, there would be a change. And the only change is going is in a negative direction. You know what I'm saying? So there really can't be that many people standing up, fighting for rights. It's almost like it's make believe crisis actors shit going on. And a lot of it to the point. You know what I mean? That you think, like I said, they'll probably set up a crisis scene and call the news and everybody else, and the news might not even be in on it. You know what I mean? And they're thinking they're reporting a real live, I don't know, event of some sorts. These big events that happen. But turns out, 2 weeks, a month later, you see all these same dead people or all these same people they interview on different interviews at another crisis. What do they just move around the country uh, looking for crises to be in? It's kind of strange how that works, and you know, I got to move. Dang, kind of dirty up on we is in the garage, but yeah, but that's all right. That does really happen. Dismiss it if you want to. Some things might have been blown out of proportion, stuff like that, but it really does happen, and they can set that stuff up because they do it all the time. You know, and they do the role playing, things, military crisis act. I mean, the FBI, they all do it. Ground stage stuff, all that stuff. They all do it. And very much easy to set up in a. I mean, like say there. I mean, there's a bunch of towns or a bunch of cities in America that have been abandoned. Well, guess what? You get 100 role players, 1,000 role players. You know, like 1,000. You get a bunch of homeless people. Hey, we'll bus them up to this town. We'll put them in this town, and we'll make them act. And we'll create a crisis, and we're gonna put it on TV, and then they're gonna, and we'll take that crisis, and we'll make it this town, this town, this town. It's happening in all these towns to the point that everybody thinks it's happening everywhere, but in reality, it's not happening nowhere. Like it's all an act. It's all a game. You know what I mean? Like, and and not only do you cause a lot of people in panic, which I think that's the point, just like with like the COVID stuff. You know what I mean? To push a new drug. You know what I mean? Like, oh, COVID is just another bank heist on America to me. Um, just another 9/11, another bank heist. Steal all the gold and everything out of it, and then remote detonate it. You know what I'm saying? And be done with it. And then tell them everybody that somebody else did it, and they did it this way. When I mean, like it's kind of obvious. Like some of these things are more obvious than what I mean. Or just like Las Vegas, you know what I mean? Like where you got the helicopters, you got Mossad, you got all these and trying to hit presidents and stuff like that, and all kinds of weird stuff. But you think like it's one person over here doing it, and they probably ain't even in the room. They put them in the room dead afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, uh, it's or it could be just a dummy. If they're all involved, right? You know what I mean? It could just be a dummy laying on the floor. You wouldn't know. How would you know? Were you there? So, and really, if somebody signs an NDA or NDA or whatever they do, things like that, and they pay you for it, guess what? They got to stay hush, hush, hush. You know? So, these things could be, they could be doing these things since the beginning of time. But, they get somebody like, hey, you got to stay quiet and pay all this. And guess what? They got to stay quiet for the rest of their life about it. They can't say anything about it. Sworn to secrecy kind of thing. And, it lets it just develop and grow bigger and bigger and bigger until eventually it becomes such a legend that it becomes a world war or something. You know what I mean? Tell me it ain't plausible. Okay? Alright, say I'm crazy at all. I don't care. But it's very much plausible. And with all the proof of MK Ultra and all the horrible treatment on military servicemen and women, you know what I mean? And not only that, like they used to ride through like the neighborhoods and spray like acid, you know what I mean? Like it's proven, it's factual, you know what I mean? Like you go like act like they're like spraying for mosquitoes, but instead it's acid. Everybody's on acid trip. But guess what? The thing is if you don't know, if you ain't been told that you're taking acid and that you're about to go on a trip, and somebody puts it in you, will not know that you're on a trip. You will think something else is happening. You'll think something's wrong. You'll whatever, but you won't know that you're tripping. You won't know it. You get what I'm saying? And in that kind of induced part, when you're like under that influence of like acid as a mind control, like they can do anything. They can say anything to you. They can make you say anything, and you pretty much wouldn't even know it, or you wouldn't even realize you're doing it or saying it. You get what I'm saying? That's why they used it so much, and they still do. You know what I'm saying? It's like very much like used for like torture stuff. You know what I mean? And I know they use it for PTS, whatever. They're trying to use it for other medical stuff, but it originally was used for torture and stuff. You know what I mean? That's what really what was they were using it for, and a truth serum, like make you tell the truth, or make you like a Manchurian candidate kind of thing. You know what I mean? Or like put you under like where like tell you you're doing something else, or you're signing something else, and then you're actually signing all of this. You don't even know because all the words are going like this and like this and this like that, and you can't even hardly write your signature. You know what I'm saying? Like you, it's very easy to do, and it's not plausible. It is factual. It does happen. Has happened. It happened to me. But yeah. But yeah, and they got a lot more other different chemicals and stuff like that. You know, like acid's just an iceberg. It's something what everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? But they got chemicals for days. Like they even got things where they can literally like put you out and you don't even know it. Like, and they do it from far, from a distance, and you just go to sleep and don't even know. Out, froze. You know what I mean? Kind of like thing. And they come in, do anything they want to you, move you, take pictures, like set up a scene, make it look like this, make it look like that, and you're asleep the whole time. You know, that's happened too. It's messed up what they do, man. They got some evil tactics out there. Especially if they put you in like a black site or something like that. Like you're unheard of. You're gone. You're off planet. They put you in a black hole. You know what I mean? You're no longer on this earth. They put you in a, for real. You're literally no longer on the earth. They put you in a black site. That's off planet. Because why? Because you can't have none of them in the United States. Supposedly, there's a lot of them. Yeah. Anywho, enough rambling on for today. Let me take a shower. Until another day, another time. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen.